welcome back to my kitchen. My name is Christy, spelled with an E, and today, well, actually tomorrow, we are going to make beef jerky, but we have to start tonight by making the marinade for the beef to sit in for the evening. I've got my wonderful beef jerky and it is already sliced up. I am going to check it and make sure that it's exactly what we want, so I will need a cutting board for that. And a knife, just in case. Handy dandy scissors. And this is a top round that we got from the farm. Yeah, let's pull this wonderful meat out here. Okay, yes, that is really nice, but it's really big pieces. So we are going to cut this down just a little bit, make it into a little better strips, and I'm just gonna cut it that way. So I've got strips that are more kind of like that. And we'll just cut that little bit there and make a baby piece. Wash my hands real quick because we want to open our baggie. This is what we are going to use to marinate, and I always fold over my bags when I'm putting stuff in it. I don't know, it's just something weird that I do. But we're going to go ahead and just plop the meat right in there. There, I mean, look at that. Isn't that just gorgeous? I mean, this is perfect. So we'll do that again. We'll just give it a nice cut like that. And just keep filling my baggie. If you hear any war sounds, I'm not in a war zone. That's the hubby playing WoW. This is going to be so much fun. I love making stuff. And I love jerky. So this is a win-win. Cut this one in half. Just trying to get fairly even strips here. Doesn't have to be, you know, absolutely perfect or anything. Yes, if you're gonna make it, cut it however you want to cut it. You're the one that's gonna eat it, so you might as well make it to your liking. When I went to the farm and I asked for the top round, I mentioned I was going to make jerky, and Dolly, the owner of the farm, said, "Oh, I've got some that's already cut up, perfect for jerky." And I was like, "Oh yes, that'll be amazing." I really love these people, and their meat is the best meat that I have ever eaten in my entire life, and I am not exaggerating. I have never had more flavorful beef ever. Now, in my kitchen, I do a lot of jazz cooking. Now, what is jazz cooking, you may say? Well, what is jazz music? Some of it's written down, but original jazz was, you know, you give yourself a key and a musical question and you just try to find your way out of it. So that's kind of what I do. I just mix things up. So it's really hard to do recipes, but we'll do our best. So we've got our meat, and I'm going to start with wash your sister sauce. because we must always have that. And I'm just gonna go. That looks good. Say, like I said, I don't measure. I will measure the salt though. And then we're going to put in some hickory liquid smoke because I do like that nice smoky flavor. I have smoked paprika. I absolutely love paprika. And of course, some pepper. And then I have this smokehouse maple, which I thought would give it a really nice flavor, and it has basically all of the spices and herbs that I would need for that flavor in there, so I'm not going to add anything else. And then I've got salt, and I'm using pink Himalayan salt instead of regular white salt. For one thing, this doesn't have any iodine or any of the other things that table salt has in it, and also with it being pink, it's going to help the beef keep its flavor. It'll come out looking a little more red than gray. So, and we're going to do a 1/2 teaspoon of salt. Salt is one thing that you don't want to overdo, so that's why we do it that way. Well, there the hard part's done. And now we just kind of go mushy, mushy, mushy. Get all those flavors to meld in there nice and wonderfully. Yes, yes. Are we getting all mixed? Not really. Let's try and flip things around in there and get everything. You want to get everything to have that mixture on it. I think I may add just a little bit more liquid in there just to help it marinate a little bit more. I'm going to add more of the Wash Your Sister sauce instead of the liquid smoke because the liquid smoke is much more powerful and we don't want to overpower it. And I adore Wash Your Sister sauce. I've heard people say that they don't know how people can go through a bottle, that they'll use one bottle or they'll have one bottle in their pantry in their entire life. I can go through a bottle of this in a month. Easy. Yeah. I use it in almost everything. Not everything. I don't put it in cookies or anything like that. Although, now that I've said that, now I kind of want to try to make Wash Your Sister sauce cookies. And why do I call it that? You tell me how to pronounce that. I don't know. I do it how I think it's pronounced. Maybe I'm just a poor old redneck that don't know no better. No, I know it's Worcestershire sauce. All right, I think that we have sufficiently coated our meat. Love meat with a good coating. And now we're going to just, after we smack it, we are going to stick it in the fridge and come back tomorrow, and then we will do the dehydrating process. I do not have a dehydrator. We will be using the oven, and this will be the first time using this particular oven for this particular recipe. So it should be very interesting because I have not done it yet. So join me on my culinary exploration. But yes, it is about my bedtime, so I'm gonna go brush my teeth and go to bed, and I'll be back in the morning. It has been approximately 15 hours since I put the meat into the fridge. So now it is time to get it ready to go into the oven. So the first thing that I'm going to do is I am going to remove the top rack because we are going to use this. The bottom rack I'm also going to take out because we are going to put tin foil on this one. So let's do that first. my aluminum foil. We're going to use 2 sheets to make sure it covers. This way we don't make a big mess in the oven. Now, one of the little secrets, I know it's really loud, I apologize. One of my secrets for making sure that we have very nice edge here, I am going to fold just the edge here, all the way down. So I've got a 1 fold there. And then I'm going to fold it again, just to make sure that we have a nice seam in the middle that isn't going to make a mess, because we don't want to make a mess in the bottom of our ovens, because then we have to clean the ovens, and ovens are never fun to clean. I will clean it, I just don't like doing it, so take precautions and we don't have to. And I'm going to fold this section. Again, I apologize for all the noise. A lot of crinkly here. But there we go. And now we have a nice seam in the middle there that will keep it from getting all icky. Oh, and I cut myself. Great. Tin foil is no joke. Use a red towel. I'll throw this one in the laundry when I'm done, because I don't want to have blood on stuff. So I'm just going to give this a little bit of an edge so it'll catch anything that were to drip. Because that is the point of using the tin foil. So I'm just going to give this just a little bit of an edge here. And fold in the corners and everything so that we have a nice little tray to catch any drippies. Not the best folding job in the world, but there we go. So we're going to put this back on the very bottom of the oven. And then we are going to, I'm going to move the camera so you can see what I'm doing here. I'm going to start my oven off at 200. Now that will not be the final temperature. We're going to start there. My oven also has a keep warm option, which will get it to the temperature that we want it to be. That will be ideal for drying or jerkifying. Alright, I did put a little makeshift band-aid on because we don't want to bleed into everything. I've got my meat. Yay! Now this process will be a bit messy, but that's okay. I can clean my counters afterwards. I have a bunch of toothpicks here, and they should be, okay, they will fit. What I'm going to do is they fit right in here, so I'm going to hook the meat and get it on my rack like that. So, again, this is going to be the fun part. So here I've got a strip here. I'll do it from this end, pokey pokey with a toothpick, and I'm gonna put that one right there. And I'm going to keep doing this with each bit of meat. Find the best place to hang it, and I'm gonna put it right in between these racks, and then when we pick it up, you'll see how it all looks. So we don't take 10 years to do this so you watch the entire thing. We're going to go to ludicrous speed. Now that they are all situated on the rack, I'm going to attempt to lift this up and show you what we've got. So this is how we are going to be drying them in the oven. Some of them didn't fit, we'll have to put them on in the oven. I probably should have thought of that beforehand, but I didn't. So we'll do it this way. Let's go over to the oven. Oh, we lost another one. We're gonna put this, okay, with that one, that should have definitely been done last. But, live and learn, as they say. So we are going to put these back, back in there without touching the oven, because no owies, please. So as you can see, we have them all hanging. Now we are going to shut the door, and we are going to let it cook at 200 degrees for 10 minutes. And we'll be back when the countdown is over. One thing I do want to say is I did not think about it, but I touched probably half of these toothpicks with icky dirty hands. So I'm going to throw all of them out. I'm going to clean the counter, and then we will be back after the time is up. Our timer has beeped, so I'm going to turn it off, and I'm going to turn the open the door for it to go off. Okay. I'm going to turn keep warm on, and I'm putting it down to 145 degrees. Now it's giving me a countdown for an hour, so we will check it in an hour. The next thing is we're going to take a little wooden spoon, got my Jack Skellington, and we are going to prop this door open. I'll bring the camera over so you can see. I have my door propped open like so. And my towel's in the way.
So we can see our meat strips hanging in there. And they will be getting dried out. This is so that the moisture can escape from the oven. So we will be back in an hour.
Our timer went off, so let's check. Oh, we're getting there. Yep. All right, put the spoon back in. Power back to 145 for one more hour, so we will check it again in an hour. It should be done. It has been another hour, so we are going to do another check. All right, so we want them to bend and not break. I think they're almost done. I'm gonna tear off a piece of this. Oh, that's good. That's really good. They're almost done. So we will put it back on. And we'll probably check it in a half an hour because I don't think it's going to take very much longer for these to be done. They taste delicious. All right, let's check them for what I think will be the final time. Yeah. Yep, those are done. All right, I am going to pull them out and I'll be back in a moment. We are going to take the toothpicks off. This is, I think, the best jerky I've ever made. And I have to say that I do believe it is because of the meat and the quality of it. The meat that we get from this farm is absolutely fantastic. It is the best meat that I have ever eaten, and I don't say that lightly. So let's try another little piece. That has really good flavor. Very, very good. So if you want to try it, you see how I did it, make it your way. There were a couple pieces that were a little not done yet. My Tupperware lid. It's a bad lid. We'll pilfer the lid from this container. I'm going to put it in there. Homemade beef jerky. So much better than store-bought. I hope you enjoyed that video. I enjoyed making it as always. I hope you have a great day and a wonderful rest of the week. And I will catch you all later. Toodles.